Today, we're reviewing 5 advanced TradingView indicators, ranking them from lowest to highest, with all pros and cons clearly outlined. To keep it objective, each indicator's score is based on the same criteria: originality, usefulness, visualization, customization, and logic. Let's dive in. The volume candle indicator was created by Andre Hollanda, 73, using PineScript version 3. It enhances traditional candlestick charts by dynamically changing candle colors based on volume intensity. The script compares each candle's volume to an exponential moving average, EMA, of volume over a user-defined period, scaled by a chosen factor, for example, 1.25 to represent 125% of the average. When the current volume exceeds this threshold, the candle is highlighted: lime for bullish high volume, red for bearish high volume, with normal bullish and bearish candles shown in silver and gray, respectively. This indicator is particularly useful for traders who rely on price action but want to stay aware of volume spikes without cluttering the chart. It helps flag candles where unusual interest may indicate the start of a breakout, a reversal, or institutional activity. It works best as a confirmation tool, combined with trend lines, support resistance zones, or price patterns. Pros: visual enhancement, immediate spike recognition, seamless chart integration. Cons: no volume trend context, static threshold scaling, limited standalone insight. Rating: 7.2 out of 10. Created with a clear purpose and well executed, the volume candle indicator adds value to volume-aware trading styles. While it's not a strategy by itself, its clarity and simplicity make it a practical layer for decision-making. Volumetric Volatility Blocks by ULGO visualizes volatility-driven price action by merging ATR-based filtering with volume-weighted block construction. It detects moments when volatility exceeds a dynamically smooth threshold and marks the corresponding price ranges as colored blocks, split into bullish and bearish components. These overlays represent zones where significant price movement occurred alongside notable volume. Each block shows total traded volume and breaks it down by buyer versus seller strength, based on candle structure and volume analysis. This allows traders to interpret not just that a move happened, but how it was driven, by aggressive buying or selling. To keep the chart manageable, the indicator only displays a limited number of recent blocks and automatically removes them once price mitigates the zone by closing beyond its boundaries. Traders often use these blocks as potential support or resistance zones tied to past volatility surges. Price revisiting a bullish block, for instance, might signal a bounce or a breakout depending on how it reacts. The visual buyer-seller strength split adds directional bias that can support decisions after a pullback or during consolidation. Pros: volatility-aware filtering, buyer-seller strength overlay, automatic mitigation-based cleanup. Cons: sensitive to ATR settings, can clutter charts in volatile phases, limited historical visibility for backtesting. Ranking: 7.5 out of 10. Volumetric volatility blocks offer a practical blend of volatility and volume analysis, helping traders identify meaningful price zones shaped by strong participation. While visually informative, its dependence on live data and ATR thresholds limits its use for deep backtesting or standalone strategies. Created by LuxAlgo, Trend Volume Accumulations Indicator identifies areas of interest based on the relationship between price movement and volume clustering. It scans recent candles using a configurable look-back period, measuring how price and volume interact to highlight zones where accumulation or distribution may be forming. These zones appear as shaded horizontal areas on the chart. The tool maps price levels that historically attracted significant volume during trending conditions. It applies a smoothed interpretation of price data over the selected length to generate cleaner zones, reducing false signals caused by short-term volatility. When price revisits these zones, traders can anticipate potential reactions, either continuation or rejection, based on past activity. The zones are adaptable across multiple timeframes, making them useful for both swing and intraday traders seeking entries aligned with accumulation logic. For example, a price returning to a previous accumulation zone during an uptrend may indicate a bounce opportunity, while repeated touches without follow-through could suggest weakening demand. This indicator doesn't generate direct buy-sell signals. Instead, it complements other strategies, particularly those based on volume profiles, support resistance, or trend continuation. Pros: volume clustering visualization, zone-based accumulation insight, time frame flexibility. Cons: no directional bias, requires interpretation, lag from smoothing. Ranking: 7.8 out of 10. Trend volume accumulations offers a nuanced view of market behavior through historical volume patterns, especially in trending markets. While not a standalone system, it provides a solid foundation for structure-aware strategies when paired with directional tools or price action confirmation. Its strength lies in clarity, not complexity. Created by Lazy Bear and based on the work of John Ehlers, the Ehlers Instantaneous Trend Indicator uses digital signal processing to highlight trend direction and potential reversals with minimal lag. It applies a recursive filter formula to generate a smoothed trend line and a trigger line, offering a faster and more responsive view of market shifts compared to traditional moving averages. The indicator's core logic relies on the interaction between these two lines. When the trend line rises above the trigger, it signals bullish momentum. When it drops below, it suggests bearish pressure. Optional visual features like bar coloring and trend region fills add clarity, but can be disabled for a cleaner chart. Use cases primarily include trend confirmation and early reversal detection. Swing traders may find it smoother than fast EMAs, while scalpers can use it for quick trend shifts on lower time frames. A simple strategy might involve entering long when the trend line crosses above the trigger and exiting or reversing when the opposite occurs. Adding volume or volatility filters helps minimize false signals in choppy conditions. Pros: smoothing efficiency, early trend detection, visual clarity. Cons: sensitive to noise, lag compensation trade-off, limited standalone precision. Rating: 8.2 out of 10. Ehlers Instantaneous Trend is a reliable, well-structured indicator built on sound logic. While not ideal as a standalone tool, it excels as part of a broader strategy where early trend signals are valuable. Absolute Momentum Intensity V1.2 by A Life to Make blends volume-adjusted price action with directional bias to measure momentum strength and transitions. It calculates a custom momentum value by multiplying normalized volume with normalized candle body size, distinguishing bullish or bearish pressure based on candle direction. 3 layered ribbons, each a smooth moving average of this momentum, represent short, mid, and long-term trends. Background color shifts, signal strength, weakening pressure, or directional change. Users can fine-tune contrast sensitivity to either catch every momentum pulse or filter out weaker signals for more impactful shifts. This tool is ideal for traders wanting to assess not just the presence of momentum, but how it builds or fades over time. A common strategy involves watching for the momentum value to cross above or below the first ribbon, then using ribbon color alignment or divergence signals, automatically detected when price and momentum disagree, for confirmation. Full alignment of all 3 ribbons often marks higher confidence setups. However, since it's built on a custom momentum formula, it may take time to interpret effectively and works best when paired with simpler, familiar tools. Pros: momentum layering, built-in divergence detection, volume body interaction. Cons: visually complex, steeper learning curve, less intuitive than traditional indicators. Ranking: 8.5 out of 10. Absolute Momentum Intensity provides a rich, layered view of market momentum. It rewards traders who prefer data depth and structured confirmation, but is best used alongside more straightforward tools for full context. If you missed our mega review of the 20 best TradingView indicators of 2025 so far, catch it here.